Hello, everybody, welcome. Brother Psychic, let's get a hell of everybody, welcome. Roses Psychic, let's get her. So, guys, today doing a video a little bit later than I normally do. No particular reason. Oh, I have a mirror. Look, there's a mirror there. It's right behind me. That's right. I hope you don't mind, guys. You can see what's on my table, right? Sorry, I sat finally, and now I realize my mirror. I put a mirror there. Moved it around because today uh I'm expected no, go back. Today had ordered this so I have this little cabinet, not little, like a normal cabinet that I installed, and it's great, but I got a second one, and it's guys the size of this office. It's a tiny office. It's the size of a closet. But I'm a naturally messy person, and my whole life I've struggled with having, like, a lot of order. So I got, so they delivered the parts, right? You have to put it together yourself. But the outside of the office, so later after I do the video, I'm gonna drag this stuff in here. It's a little smaller than this one, so it should be lighter to carry, but still very heavy, like a drag. And then I can put it together at night, like after 10 o'clock, because I need to open like it doesn't fit. Before I had this one on, it would fit to just put it together here. But in the situation that I'm in right now, it doesn't quite fit, I don't think. If I try to put it together inside, I have to open a little. So, but it's okay. And then it'll be like heaven. I already like, it's crazy, guys. It's really nice. I have the little acrylic drawers for crystals and my makeup. That's the most important thing. The number one thing for me is my makeup. It makes me feel so good. I love it. And I have space for it. And then crystals. And then I just have to like organize everything. So that'll be good. That'll be sort of like, I also have the storage space, how small like New York is. Like you have to live in like separate spaces. So I just really want to get rid of as much as possible from the storage. So then what really matters to me is going to be here. So I'm excited. But this is like my little drawings. I have these visualization drawings. I'll show you another time. Okay. But let's get started. Let's get started. Wait, you know what? It's distracting even me. So I'm going to pause it here 1 second and then remove this because it's not working. Okay, let me just remove the mirror and I'll be right back. That was fast. That was fast. So anyway, so let's go. And let me get here. Let me get some, because I put them away. 1 second, let me get them. Okay, so I'm back. Got to put this. So let's do the protection. I'd like to ask for protection. A beautiful ray of light coming on top of my head. As I breathe in, I fill my lungs. As I breathe out, I create a circle. I create a circle, step into it. Step into it, I feel protected. I step into it, I feel connected. I like to ask that information come only from the highest sources, that it create the good and only the good. Good for the good people. Good for the good people. Okay. So guys, so let's go. Let's go. So let's talk about yesterday. Yesterday. All my troubles seem so far away. Okay. No, really. Guys, yesterday it really was a pivotal moment for me, that video that I did yesterday. And I want to talk about a few impressions I've had. Okay, it's saying just talk, Rosie. Just share. Okay, so I may close my eyes here, guys, okay, just to make sure I share everything. Okay, so yeah, so yesterday I doing that video, it was very spontaneous, right? And I I was doing the video, and it's not as if I planned to, like, oh, I'm gonna take a stand. No, I said it and it really resonated. I saw your comments and something changed in me, I swear. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's just so, and I was so energized after that video. I was like buzzing. And just tell you, it may seem simple, but you guys know that I go on like intermittent fasting on and off, and I have been kind of upset with myself that I need to go back, and I had planned and I worked down everything. And then when I did that, about my feeling empowered, that I did it. I finally did it today, completely the first fast, intermittent fasting. And so it's just this energy of like life is today, life is right now, and let's do it, let's do it. So I want to respond also to some comments. Some people said, and I was struck by a couple of comments. One person that had the picture of the Dalai Lama on their profile said something like, "Oh, Rose, you're too attached to the outcome. That's a problem. As a psychic, you're attached to the outcome." And I replied, first I said, I'm not Buddhist. I'm Catholic. It's different. I'm not judgy, but I know that this whole thing of like, oh, release and let go of attachment of outcome. I'm not trying to be Buddhist. Okay. I believe in prayer. I really do. And part of what I do is not, I do this on this channel, but I part of also the part of that I was talking about healing and sending energy to people. You cannot just be like, whatever, because if that were true, why would you ever go to a doctor? Why would you do anything in your life? You just assume that you have no control over anything. That so it's meaningless. And maybe you could say, "Oh, your life is meaningless," but I'm sorry, the people that I admire, they did something. They changed. They changed the world. And look at Dr. King. Do you think Dr. King would have been like, "Oh yeah, just accept it. It's okay. Jim Crow is fine." A lot of people died because they had to make changes. They couldn't live. This was a fight for survival for them. And think about a person who went against so much hatred and changed the world for a lot of people, created a much better reality for so many. And it is what it is. If Dr. King was Dr. King like, oh, just accept it. It's gonna create suffering. Oh, it's just I feel like people who say that have must have been in a very privileged position because you have to fight. You have to fight back. Otherwise, look at right. Otherwise, people just suppress you left and right. It is what it is. It's life. You cannot be silent, especially as a woman. I think there's this expectation that, oh, just be not. No, I've never been. I got a big mouth in a lot of ways. I am a weirdo in a lot of ways, but you have to fight. That's how life. You may not necessarily win, but you have to live with conviction. You have to believe. You really have to believe. Otherwise, it's like, oh, I'm just a leaf. I'm floating around. I've never been into drugs personally, and that's why people are like, oh yeah, I'm on drugs. I'm calm. I'm sorry. Like it's not how it is. Okay, it's not how life is. I'm sorry. I don't admire people who are like, oh, I'm just gonna sit over. I'm just gonna sit back and roll over. I don't know. No, do not roll over. Do not roll over. So, so anyway, so so this is it. And this was also, guys, it wasn't just about what's happening with Biden, President Biden, sending him healing, is also about taking up our own power. We each have a collective power and we have our individual power. And for me, healing people, and I'm not claiming to be some sort of like, quack or something, but I think it works. The energy that I send to people, it works, but you have to accept it and you have to believe it. Because otherwise it's like, oh, whatever, nothing matters. If God, I just, what is the point of being alive anyway, right? It's just, oh, I accept everything. Hmm, hmm. No, no, no. So anyway, so that was that. And I feel like also this is something that I knew intellectually. I think we all know that the bad people, they don't, they just, when I said yesterday, I said something like, prayer is not about begging, it's about claiming. And look at all those people, they claim They're like, this is mine. I'm gonna do whatever I want. They're not like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, just do it. They believe it. They do it. This is just something that we can learn. Honestly, I'm done with this. Like, oh, it's like, oh my God, no. I'm upset for you. I'm upset for you, trash. And the people that believe you're garbage because they're going down. It's gonna be hard. Karma is coming. You have to stand. You have to stand at the highest level. And Dr. King, okay, I'm not saying, it's gonna sound like sacrilegious to say, but Dr. King died for us. Okay. Dr. King changed things. He was assassinated. This is how powerful he was. And do you think, think about it. Think about how much he accomplished. He was the most hated person in America at the time, apparently. Okay. And in the polls that they did at the time in America. So he said I've seen the mountaintop. I may not be around, okay, but I've seen it. And that's what we have to aim for. But the thing is, I'm not even claiming something that we haven't seen. It's like we know that Kamala won. Okay, and that's where I stand. I'm done. I'm not subscribing to that. I'm not subscribing to that lie. I'm not subscribing to the orange man. This is not he's not telling me how I live. No, he's not. Because we stand with the truth. And guys, look at that. It's so interesting. We're living in biblical times. We're living at times when the false prophets, when the antichrist over there are dictating the reality. You don't have, and this is a test of faith. Do you stand? Do you let trash? Do you let antichrist, Lucifer's little children, dictate what's going on? No. You affirm, you claim the truth. Okay. And even if this is a momentary, and I was walking. I feel so blessed. I thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you so much for watching my videos because I have this office and to me is the greatest blessing. And I'm gonna cry. I love it. It's so nice to come here and to make videos to talk to you, and I feel like I'm not a very social person, but I come here and we talk. I feel like you guys understand me, we understand each other, right? And I was listening to that song. I was born in a river. What is that? It's like it's been a long time coming, but change is gonna come. Uh, I listen to that song sometimes. It's so powerful, the song. And I was also, guys, I told you I have the little necklace thing that I want to go back to the areas I went to make a video of the psychic impressions and just talk to spirits over there because they want to tell. I think I was walking today here in Soho. Can you imagine? So cool that I have this office like here. But I was walking and I was talking to these spirits, like kind of like have a little conversation, nonverbal. And that's right. And I think, and I wanted to ask them, it was sort of abstract to explain it. What is the way to fix this? It's to acknowledge that our lives were not in vain. It's to acknowledge that we are a human. And that our struggle cannot be erased. And so it matters. Everything matters. You cannot just sit back and let the people erase the history of all these people that every single day society wants to erase. Like they want to deny your experience. They want to say that you don't matter. But remember, Dr. King said, we are so powerful that they want to deny us our rights. If we weren't powerful, they wouldn't seek to deny us the rights. So that is the bottom line here. It's a very important moment for us to acknowledge the humanity in all of us, right? And so I refuse. I do not live by this evil reality that the trash, the orange man is built is building because he lives in a false truth. And not false truth, false truth cannot be false, but right in a false world, whatever he is claiming. And we us every single day we claim God's power because we are God's children. And that's what Dr. King was all about, I think, from my personal experience of Dr. King's teachings and his life and the things he accomplished. He wasn't right, like, oh, just accept it. No, you affirm that you are a child of God and God has given you all the power, and that is the power you claim, and no one can take that away from you. No one. Well, yeah, we're lucky. I have an office. Oh my God. If I lived in a different time, I wouldn't be able to, right? I have the luxury of be able to choose to not have children, right? If I don't want to, whatever, it's just, it's possible to be one nowadays that you don't have children. It's okay. So, uh, so, so anyway, so it's an emotional time, but it's very intense, a wonderful time too. And so guys, I was I remember I had that conversation. I remember it was a few videos ago when I talked about the plantation that was burned down. And I said that there were spirits, right? That did not want that to keep going. That's the level of stress to keep going. And I had mentioned this lake in Georgia, lake. So I was lately I was looking at documentaries about it, Lake Lanier. And guys, it's very dark. Okay, I don't necessarily want to go there too deeply, but I believe what I saw. I looked into it. I asked. I say it's okay. You can say it. I saw that people were drowned alive. There was like a lot of pain in those places. Okay, it's not okay. It's not okay. And all the people apparently it's okay. As you know, guys know, if you watch me for a while, I have an issue with people asking me, uh, oh, such and such said, right? I don't know what people are saying on the channels because it comes from, it's a real thing here for me, the experiences and the visions I have. But apparently other people were talking about some doll, some evil doll. And I can look into it, but I think it's the opposite. I think this is not evil, what happened. I think this is a manifestation of the spirit speaking up because humans have gone too far. Humans have gone too far. They think they're God. They think they can just do this and that. There's consequences. You know what I mean? It's like it's not okay. It's not okay, right? So that's what I think. Okay, that's what I think here. And so again, when I looked, it's just really the hardship, the darkness of those people there left to die, like really just absolutely horrific things that were done to them to erase their existence. And imagine today if you live in a house. Oh, it's my house. It was so hard. They were freed slaves and they were successful. How hard the things they went through just years ago. Then suddenly it's like, hey, get out of your house. All those things you built kicked you out. It's not okay. It's not okay. So you know what I mean, guys? So it's really like this is a situation that has to be recognized. The existence of people, the humanity of so many people. It's not even not God. God is watching. God is watching. God is taking those, and God will F these mofos up. That's the bottom line. Okay. So, okay. So let me ask the question about the doll. Was the doll responsible for the fire? Because apparently the doll was in the area. Was the doll responsible for that? It's not what I expected. Okay. Okay. So I'm recording this because I finished recording the part where I'm basically renting today. Not renting, right? Just kind of talking. And I forgot to say something because, as you know, I have ADD or whatever, and I go in a different tangent. But this is about the doll. So I forgot to say this part. So when I looked into the doll, then I went off about the spirits that I had picked up here and all that. But I forgot to say this. So what I said about this doll, which is strange, I wasn't expecting this at all, is that there's something about this doll that is like a door to the paranormal. I know it's like it's almost like I don't believe this stuff, but that's what I saw. That what happens is the presence of this doll has this like weird like portal-like function. I don't know how to explain it. That's so that in some ways the presence of the doll is not that the doll itself may have had some kind of, no, I don't think it was, but it's almost like a frequency that allows for paranormal activity to happen. I know it sounds weird. So what is so tell me, is it, and sometimes I of course I'm psychic, but sometimes even I am like skeptical of a lot of claims, and it's so whole, especially with, you know, how I have this bias. Like if somebody's talking about something, I'm suspicious because I don't like to repeat. I like to be original and all those things, right? But that's what I'm picking up about this doll, that there's a, it's like this doll unlocks the doors. What kind of, what are these doors? Paranormal phenomena. It has this frequency that unlocks. Is that, what is it? Is it really a frequency? What is it? That's right. So we may have kind of quote unquote called on things to happen. Okay, is it the, yeah, it's saying there is some force to this doll. It sounds crazy, but it is. It is true. Wow. So that's what I got here, but I still think that what caused the fire were spiritual occurrences and persons wanting to make sure that you cannot mess around. You cannot mess around with some sacred things. People matter, right? So, okay. So that was that. So let me pause and insert that back into the video. People asked me, there was somebody who asked, so Rosie, what about spirit? Would you like to take a spirit box with you when you go to these places? Because there's all these paranormal shows where they have these ghost boxes. So I've said this before. Years ago, I went through a period where I would watch sometimes these shows. And then I was like somewhat curious about this thing. And I remember this thing's kind of expensive. There's a ghost boxing. And then I got some app for my phone that is supposed to like pick up spirits. I was playing with that and I got, some weird stuff. I didn't pay attention to, but I was talking to a friend of mine, my best friend. And I literally heard that, like when I was talking to her, I heard, we're talking, then I don't know if you can hear this because sometimes let me see if I turn off off the personalized audio. Let's see. You may hear these specific, hold on. Oh, some ambient noise now, but the point is, there was this voice. I could hear this voice speaking. And so, like, right under, and I was like, well, this is really creepy. And I felt like he was this negative energy. So I immediately deleted my phone, deleted the app from my phone. And I understood something important, that a lot of times the spirits that are here with us, a lot of them can be dark energies that don't want to leave. With the case of James, sometimes and I've had this experience before in Brazil, for people who had died in a fire, that I wrote about this even. I picked up their bodies, they were burnt like charcoal. And they were like, this whole time they were there. They didn't know when it would happen so quickly. So a lot of times people in shock, they don't want to go to the light. But a lot of spirits that are here, they're dark. Okay. So this is why you do not want to pick up spirits in the environment. because the highest spirits are not physical. They're not here around. Doesn't make sense. It's something that I guess you learn with experience. So this is why. This is the why I think this is and this like the whole thing with haunted, right? It's physical. It's people in this environment. Well, people like, right? It's like, I would say physical, but it's still, you can pick it up in this particular environment. And it's almost always lower spirits. Okay, because higher spirits, they just are not picked up in that way. I just feel like you can't. And sometimes you basically sort of call on them. They don't come here for no reason. They're doing they're having business, you know. So that's the complaint I had here. But just explanation really. And I understand that it's just like it seems like there's a genre of paranormal, and that's different. You know what I mean? Like that's different. That's why I feel like I understand the purpose of these boxes is to show the audience that there's something happening, but that's not necessary here, really. Okay. Okay. So going back, going back here to this question. There was another question. Someone said, Rosie, is America what is the word? Not cursed. Is America cursed because of what happened during slavery and post civil rights and everything like that? During and post civil rights, is America cursed? Is what's happening to us because we're quote cursed? No, it's saying it's time to face up. It's a true. How could truth be cursed? It's time to face up the truth to the truth of what America is and what America has been. And this is why those people will not succeed, because all they want is to go back to a time when there was no accountability. And okay, so but spirit, technically you could look around and say, well, they're succeeding. Here they are. What is going on? Like, can you explain it? America succeeded as a project in many ways up to now because times have changed and times have changed, and change is just the beginning. We're only at the very beginning of all of this. Okay, so it's saying we are bound to acknowledge all the things that have happened, and those people don't want the light to come through. They want these dark things to stay, and they will not succeed. And they're losing power, they're losing their grip. And that's where we are today. So, Spirit, what is going on? Okay, so let me pause here. I feel like I have this, I'm being prompted to share more of this. So I'm also, I was just quickly looking at some comments, and I'm being prompted to share that this is a time when truth is coming to the fore, and the child, almost like the teenage years of America, are about to be over. And it tells me people should stop taking seriously the underdeveloped persons who believe lies like that, who are based on hatred. Stop paying attention to them. The only entities you should pay attention to are the highest entities. Those people they are slow. It's like it's a bit saying you can't count on the slowest to lead the pack. Keep walking towards the light. Let the highest guide you. Do not waste your time looking, because to look at them is to look back. You have to only look forward. And some of these people will catch up, some of them will not. But this is not your job. Your job is to monitor yourself and ask, what is the highest path? Okay, so and as I was walking today too, I was just remembering something I got too, was that yes, Rosie, we're living through a time of enormous gaslighting, psyops, right? There's a massive operation to tell the American people and the world population, to be honest, that their lies are truth, right? It's a way to try, they want to control the population, they want to control the minds of people, and it's not working. So, so this is the continuation. So let's here continue to send energy to Biden as I claim perfect health for Joe Biden. I claim his strength. I claim the strength of truth of the real winner of this election. The truth shall come out. That America stays together in a democratic society and that all of this comes to pass. I spend my mental energy, my psychic energy into connecting only with the highest source, right? Really, do not give your energy to them. Oh, we were going to talk about, yes, what is happening, but I almost feel like we're looking at the past in a little in a weird way. It's not just I may feel that it's the past, it still is what we're living. And it's something that will pass. And we have to observe it as it passes. That's why it's a saying it's important, Rosie, when you read the news, you look at the news with people, and that's what you do in your channel, that you demagnetize it because it has this magnetic, energetic attraction to people. Even when we hate something, we may give it power. So, okay, so that's that. That's right. It's saying faith is the first step. I mean, we're not at the first step, I don't think, but it doesn't make sense. Even though it's not, you have to have, I feel it, I see it, and we have to have faith because that's how we step into our power, really. Okay. 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 Sending energy. Well, and I see that Biden today, he's like, wow, I feel so much better today. It's working. And guys, when I see there's things, I have to show, should I show you? I'll show you in a little bit. Some of the things there was an op-ed from the Washington Post saying that Biden, he's have to apologize to Americans. Meanwhile, we have a legit traitor in the White House. And so tell me, Spirit, how are these people? Wow, I see that Spirit is intervening. There's a lot of paranormal activities around the house of these people. They're going to get into a lot of accidents, a lot of things, because they are messing with God. The God, it's a Rose, you're not the only God has had enough of this. Mhm. So karma on a scale, they're saying at scale, Rosie, they've never seen something big, big coming. So wow, interesting. Okay, all right. So okay, so is that a spirit? I think yes. Proclaim that. So spirit, how can we for example, we know that Kamala won the election. We proclaim, what do we proclaim in this case? Proclaim her as a rightful winner and everything falling to place so she can take up the power that is hers. Okay, that's what we say. So interesting. Okay. All right, so let's continue. I'm going to continue. So now I'm going to start with the news that I want to discuss today. Just 1 second. Okay, guys, so now I'm going to address some of the things that are happening. Today was more of a conversation, most of it. But let me just quickly do just 2 questions, 2 comments. So you guys know I chat with Kathy Beal. Kathy Beal is in the Cosmic Hour program. She's an astrologer alongside Louise Eddington. Is that right, her name? I think that's her name. Um, and she wrote to me about what the whole Biden situation. And so let me just share what let me just see here. Just 1 second. I'm gonna share. I took a screenshot. Okay, so this is the basically what she wrote, Kathy Beal wrote today. And what I want to talk about here is her question. Surely you've seen that Trump went on an overnight rant threatening to investigate Kamala, Beyonce, Springsteen, Oprah, Bon Jovi, claiming they'd made unreported contributions to her campaign. If not, I'll dig up the posts. This smells like a tell to me. Is an election interference investigation closing in? Because this is true, right? Trump accuses others of things he does himself. And it's just so, honestly, it's so strange that I think he obviously hates Hollywood or celebrities in general. But did you really expect Beyonce not to like Kamala? I mean, it seems so strange to me. Why does he care? Really? Why can't you just get a life or something? Why is he upset? Because it's saying the celebrities they have, oh, that's right, they have literally their celebrity life is all about having the spotlight onto them. He loves the spotlight. He's angry that they have the spotlight, not him. And oh, I see that he got really hurt when he saw this spring. He's attacking Bruce. It's a person attacking Bruce Springsteen. He's attacking Bruce Springsteen because he saw how the crowd truly adores him. He doesn't have to pay them for that, right? He doesn't have to con them. And that is just something that he's saying because it reveals even to himself who he really is. So that's right. So it's saying because in the dream of the psychopath that he has attained the highest level of power. In his dream, he's so powerful that he can win, he can steal elections and make everybody believe it. He can do all these things. That excites him. But when he sees how authentic people react and how they hate him, and how people who have real fans, like Beyonce, like Springsteen, they don't care about him. So does it make sense? It's like the battle of the fascist psychopath, deranged person is to is to basically assume that he's entitled to everyone's attention. And if he doesn't get it, those people are out to get him. He's basically mentally ill. That's what it is. Now on to Kathy's question. Is there an election interference investigation closing in? I say he deep down he knows he is illegitimate. He knows he is not a legitimate president and he has never been legitimate. So what he does is to attack people who win legitimately, who are truly supportive of each other, right? He cannot fathom that because it doesn't make sense. In order for him to feel powerful, not only does he have to assert 100 times the lie that he's he won the election naturally, he does not. He has to attack anyone who doesn't act that way towards him because to him it's a threat. Is a threat that exposes him as being a liar. Does it make sense? So it's also like that. Basically, guys, the bottom line is here: the guy is crazy. He's insane, literally insane. That's why. Okay, so. But back to Kathy's question, is there an investigation going on here? Is there an investigation going on? Is there an investigation of it's saying he assumes that there always is. He knows, I feel like he knows there is because he's always attacking the legitimate winners. And it's saying he feels very uncomfortable when he knows Kamala is around because he knows she won. He stole it from her. And we know that even all his biographies, there's stories about how he cheated even on his golf, like something that's leisure, right? It shouldn't matter. But he has to feel like he's winning, even though he knows he didn't win. Doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, actually. You don't try to understand it, but that's how he thinks. So the fact that she exists reminds him that he didn't win and that it could all collapse. So is there an investigation closing in? He knows. I feel like honestly, guys, deep down, he knows that his reign is short. And that's why they're doing these crazy things to try to grasp power because we know the truth. And it's reminding me, guys, that and I remember that he wanted to sue. I don't know if he's gonna have him sue the Iowa poster who was very accurate, and he accused her of not knowing of lying or something. We know that she was right because Kamala truly won. And it's saying and the spirits are telling me, Rosie, there there is an accurate registration of the real election numbers. Other countries have it. It's saying even Biden had it. But I don't really want to know President Biden why he's saying, and I see Biden like, hold on, it's coming. So saying, hold on to that. It's not just a belief, it's the truth. The truth is coming. Focus on the truth coming. The truth coming and this farce collapsing because they have nothing sustaining them, really. Okay. Okay. So I'm getting here also that he is attacking Kamala Harris because it makes him so uncomfortable to see her because he stole the election from her. And it's just incredibly uncomfortable for him to like have to deal with this. Like, oh no, what you gonna so okay. And then I'm getting, guys, I'm gonna talk about I was gonna leave it for the next video, but I saw this news about Elon Musk, so it may be connected. In the end, the whole thing, he's gonna come out and say it out loud. So let's see. Okay. Just one sec.
Prayer and energy time. Let's use this time to send energy to people healing and going through complex health challenges. Their bodies need the energy we send them. Bo, recuperating from intestinal surgery at the Mount Sinai Hospital, battling cancer and winning. I spoke to her today and I felt her mother telling me she will survive and thrive. Cecilia, her sister, visits her daily. Cecilia is herself also battling cancer, and she's also winning. Bella is also undergoing cancer treatment. Let's envision her pain free and 100% cancer free. Treatment. Let's send Bo, Cecilia, and Bella energy. Bo, Cecilia, and Bella are fully healed, full of energy, cancer free, and proud to tell this story of great health and recovery. Okay, so just going to be silent for a bit as I send them energy right now. And I hope you do the same. And also, you can think of others that you know, your loved ones, someone that you feel may be in need of energy, and focus on them. Okay? Okay, so let's start. I'll be silent here for a little bit. Thank you again. Let's create this circle of energy around them. And so it is.